The summer this year has been one of the worst, with soaring temperatures, and a repercussion of the same is that the vegetable produce has been affected. Here is yet another report on the increase in veggie prices this season. Vegetables are the biggest contributors to a wholesome and nutritious diet. But with the fluctuating veggie prices this season, many are left wondering if it will be affordable for all. While over a week ago, veggie prices had gone up by about 15 rupees on an average, this time, yet again, the consumers are faced with new prices. The price of double beans, which were previously sold for 72 rupees per kilo, has increased by 14 rupees. It is now being sold for 86 rupees per kilo. The price of drumsticks too has increased to 45 rupees. The vendors are making a profit of 5 rupees on every kilo. The same goes for beetroots. The vegetable with one of the highest nutritional values is being sold for 22 rupees per kilo, up from 17 rupees. Brinjal, which was previously priced at 20 rupees per kilo, is now being sold for 24 rupees. Carrots, which is often considered an important ingredient for a nutrition-rich diet, is being sold for 40 rupees per kilo. The vendors make a profit of 4 rupees on every kilo. And onions, the country's most controversial vegetable, is being sold for 23 rupees per kilo. While this is a tremendous improvement from the previous prices, the fact still remains that it has increased by 3 rupees. Hopcoms, one of the largest providers of vegetables in Bengaluru, has stated that the prices are expected to increase by almost 20% in the coming days. Many have complained about how the changing prices have affected their plans to provide their families with a nutritious meal.
ತೊಂದರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಬೆಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ದಿವಸ ಬೆಲೆ ತರಕಾರಿ ಬೆಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಕೊಂಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ರೈತನೇ, ನಾನು ಅಂದರೆ ದ್ರಾಕ್ಷಿ ಬೆಳಿತೀನಿ, ತರಕಾರಿ ಕೊಂಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಂಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಬೆಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ 3 ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಬೆಲೆ ಇವತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕಾರಣ ಏನಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಮಳೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇಲ್ವ, ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ರೈತರು. ಈಗ 1,200 ಅಡಿ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ಕೊರೆದ್ರೂ ನೀರಿಲ್ಲೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೂ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಈಗ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದು ಯಾವ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ 2 ಎಕರೆ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆಯೋರು 1 ಎಕರೆ ಬೆಳೀತಾರೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
The fluctuating prices have disrupted the weekly budget of many households across the city. Summer has interrupted water supply as well, which has left farmers with no option but to reduce their production by almost half. While they seem to have managed to still make a decent profit, the consumers have no option but to comply with the new prices in order to maintain a steady and nutritious diet.
See, for the common people like us, definitely our politicians, they should see that the rates of the vegetables and the fruits, they should be affordable. See, because this is a very essential item for all of us. So they should somehow see that the lower class, the middle class, and even the common man, he should be able to get the best of the fruits, vegetables, because that's the only source of good health.
Will the government step in to bring stability in the vegetable prices, or will the consumers continue to face problems? That remains to be seen. Shobha Jojiga, News 9, Bengaluru. And speaking to media persons in Bengaluru today, DWCD Minister Umashri stated that she never made an attempt to bend university rules in order to secure a PhD. Umashri stated that she did not pressurize KSOU to change its rules, but had merely attempted to seek admission as a PhD student. She added that all the allegations levelled against her was an attempt to malign her name, and that she will not be shaken by the accusations.
ಮೂಲಭೂತವಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಅಧಿಕಾರವನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ಸರ್ಕಾರವನ್ನು ದುರ್ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಯಾರೋ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ದುರ್ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಒತ್ತಡ ಹೇರಿ ಆ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ಮಂಡಳಿಯೋ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಂಡಳಿಯೋ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಥವಾ ವಿವಿಯನ್ನು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ವೈಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಎಂದು ಭೇಟಿ ಆದವಳು.
Well, it was alleged that KSOU had reduced its cutoff or pass mark from 50 to 40 just because Umashri had secured 43 in the exam. On July 15, 2013, the KSOU issued a notification for PhD in political science, which had 12 seats and 168 candidates applied for the same. According to the notification, the minimum marks to be scored by a candidate in the entrance examination to qualify for the personality test was 50. The exam was conducted on October 6th last year and the results were announced on November 4th. Umashri scored 43 marks in the entrance exam and as per the notification, she was deemed ineligible for the personality test. However, in a quick turn of events, the KSOU issued a notification on November 25th, reducing the cutoff mark for the PhD entrance examination to 40 from 50 for general category candidates. Strangely, the notification was applicable for students who applied for PhD only during the 2013-14 academic year. And moving on, after numerous controversies, the CET counselling for postgraduate medical and dental courses is expected to begin on May 3rd. All documents have been verified. All that remains to be done is start the counselling and assign seats based on the students' eligibility. The government has come up with new rules though. The applicant should have studied in Karnataka for at least 10 years of their academic education. But according to a recent Supreme Court observation, CET applicants in Karnataka should have studied in the state for at least 5 years. While the government has decided to begin counselling sometime after May 3rd, the date is yet to be decided. Well, finally, the PG-CET seems to be all set to begin. The counselling, of course, will begin after May 3rd. However, a date hasn't been assigned as of now. Besides that, a couple of new rules are also in the fray with regards to how many years the particular student should have studied in Karnataka itself. So it looks like the authorities have everything set. All that remains to be seen is exactly when the counselling will take place. It is in all likelihood going to be announced in a couple of days from now.
CET government is pressurizing to conduct as early as possible because of preoccupied dates for CET examination. From 1st to 3rd, we are unable to conduct examination. After that, whenever government directs us to conduct that selection process, we will do it. Technically, we are prepared for everything.
And the Upalokayukta S.B. Majge, who was perturbed by watching reports on electronic media about contaminated water being supplied by BWSSB in several places, decided to do a reality check today. He paid a visit to the Sampange Ramnagara to take stock of the situation and also spoke to several annoyed residents. The residents told him that they had been receiving polluted water for the last 2 months and vented their anger against the water board officials. The chief engineer of BWSSB, T. Venkatraju, was present at the spot and also tried to justify the problems to the Upalokayukta. But Venkatraju's assurance did not convince Majige and he instructed him to be serious about the issue. Well, it is said that breakage of drainage pipes could be the reason behind drinking water being mixed with sewage. Upalokayukta directed BWSSB officials to fix all the broken pipes not only in that particular area but across the city. Well, the Upalokayukta coming to the rescue of the people there. Remember, for the past many months, people have been complaining that their drinking water supply has been polluted to a great extent. It is understood that several drainage pipes have broken and this has led to sewerage getting mixed with drinking water. However, SB Majige today slammed BWSSB Chief Engineer Venkatraju and told him to go ahead and take all the necessary action to ensure that everyone gets clean drinking water in the city. In fact, Venkatraju tried to defend himself as well as the BWSSB, but to no avail. Majige made it very clear that he does not want to hear of any such issue anymore and that the people should have the basic facility of drinking water.